What if I told you your brain isn't just fixed hardware, that it's actually more like a highly adaptable system that you can actively reshape? Well, today we're diving into the incredible work of neuroscientist Dr. Swart, who shows us exactly how we can become the architects of our own minds, master stress, and unlock our true potential.
So, let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a room and you can just feel the tension? It's so thick you could cut it with a knife. And all of a sudden your own heart starts racing, your shoulders get tight, you're anxious, but you have no idea why. It's like you've caught someone else's stress, right?
Well, get this. According to the neuroscience that Dr. Swart breaks down, that feeling is not just in your head. Not at all. It's a real biological process. Stress is, and I mean this, literally contagious. And the way it happens is absolutely wild. So first up, we're going to look at how this invisible force actually leaks out of one person and seeps right into the biology of another. This is a process of social contagion, and it has huge implications for our lives, everywhere from the office to our own homes.
Okay, so the main culprit here is a hormone called cortisol. When we get stressed, our body just pumps this stuff out. And here's the crazy part. It actually leaks out through our sweat, and people standing near us can literally absorb that cortisol right through their skin. Now, back in the day, this was a brilliant survival tool, right? If one person in the tribe sensed a lion, their hormones would chemically alert everybody else. Super useful. The problem is, today, it just means we're all marinating in our colleagues' deadline anxiety.
And Dr. Swart puts it so simply. This isn't some vague, mystical energy field we're talking about. It is a chemical reality. Your personal space is also a hormonal space. I mean, that insight alone completely changes how you think about high-pressure environments, doesn't it? So if we're absorbing all this stress, what's it actually doing to our bodies? Well, this is where we see the physical price we pay for a high-stress life. There is a direct biological link between that cortisol and something so many of us struggle with: stubborn belly fat.
Here's how the chain reaction works. Chronic stress basically puts your brain on constant high alert. It's signaling a survival threat 24/7. In response, your brain kicks on this ancient defense program: hoard energy. And how does it do that? By storing fat, specifically around your midsection, to cushion and protect your vital organs from whatever danger it thinks is coming. Your body is trying to save you from a tiger that just isn't there.
And this explains why that fat is so frustratingly hard to get rid of. Dr. Swart makes it crystal clear: you can diet and exercise until you're blue in the face, but if your brain is bathing your body in cortisol, it's going to fight you every single step of the way. It will hold on to that fat for dear life. To change your body, you first have to convince your brain that you're safe.
Okay, so we've seen the problems, and it might sound a little bleak, but the good news is our brains have these incredible built-in systems for both maintenance and upgrades. So let's get to the solution. It's a two-parter. First, we clean out the junk, and then we actively rewire for the future.
First up, let's meet the cleaning crew. It's called the glymphatic system, and you can seriously think of this as your brain's nightly power wash cycle. While you're sleeping, this system shoots these little jets of fluid through your brain tissue, and it flushes out all the metabolic waste and toxic proteins. And these are the exact same proteins linked to diseases like Alzheimer's.
But here's the non-negotiable part. That power wash cycle, it takes a full 7 to 8 hours to complete. You can't rush it. So if you cut your sleep short, you are literally leaving your brain partially toxic. And that impacts everything: your mood, your focus, all of it. This makes getting a full night's sleep one of the most productive things you can possibly do.
Now, once the brain is clean, we can start to talk about rewiring it. For decades, the old belief was that the brain was hardwired, that its structure was basically set in stone by the time you're 25. But the new science of neuroplasticity shows us that is completely wrong. Our brain is soft-wired, which means it can physically change, it can adapt, it can even improve throughout our entire lives.
And I just love this quote from Dr. Swart because it's so empowering. This isn't just about preventing decline. We're talking about active improvement. By intentionally challenging yourself, learning a new skill, a new language, you can literally upgrade your brain's processing power well into your 60s and even beyond.
So, if we can actually rewire our brains, just how far can we take this? Well, this leads us to one of the most mind-bending concepts from Dr. Swart's work: the idea of using our thoughts to program our physical biology.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? Can you really change your physical body? I mean, build actual muscle with nothing but your mind?
The answer, stunningly, is yes. In a study Dr. Swart highlights,
One group of people just sat there and visualized lifting weights. They never touched a single dumbbell. After just 2 weeks, they had a 13% increase in muscle mass. That's just incredible. It's profound proof that your brain often can't tell the difference between a vividly imagined reality and the real thing.
Now hold on, this isn't magic. Dr. Swart is very clear that this is a scientific process, and it requires work. It's all about pairing that focused thought with dedicated real-world action. So using something like an action board isn't about wishing things into existence. It's about programming your brain's selective attention. You're basically training your brain to spot the people and opportunities that will help you reach your goals, opportunities you might have just missed otherwise.
So let's bring this all together. When you understand these principles, it means you can stop being a passive passenger in your own life. You can stop being a victim of your biology and start becoming its architect. Really, the fundamental shift is moving from a state of fear to a state of trust. That fear state, it's reactive, it's focused on problems and what you lack. That's the survival mode that stores belly fat. But a state of trust, that's creative, it's focused on possibilities and abundance. That's the state where you can intentionally rewire your brain and visualize your own success. So what's the key? How do you unlock this state of trust? According to Dr. Swart, the gateway is gratitude, but a very specific kind. It's not just about listing things you're thankful for. It's the active practice of feeling gratitude for what you want as if you already have it. This literally immerses your brain in the chemistry of success and makes the path forward feel so much more certain. Ultimately, the most powerful takeaway from all of this is that you have far more control than you probably think. All that potential is sitting right there, inside your head. So the only question left is, knowing you can change the very structure of your brain, what will you choose to rewire first?